Well, they finally started power washing outside the White House, getting rid of all the Gaza stuff that came up about a month ago. Okay, guys, back in the peaceful quietness after a rather crazy evening last night. We are here because we've got Marine One departing. Biden is off to New York today. Oh, there's the Marines on station. It means he's in the Oval Office. Probably means we're going to get an Oval Office departure, which isn't as good a photo as a residence departure, because he doesn't really come over and talk to us. Now, they just announced he's going to the border on Thursday. He's going to, I think, Brownsville, Texas, talk to the Border Patrol. And tomorrow, we've got a bunch of congressional leaders coming here to talk about the budget. Pretty okay week. All right, let's go back, grab our ladder. God, they're already lining up already. Man, I thought it was early. Where's my ladder? Buried. So it's nice weather. I mean, it's like too cold to take off my heavy jacket, or it's too cold to just wear my light jacket, but too hot to wear my heavy jacket. I don't know what temperature that corresponds to. Like 50 something. All right, let's go get set up. Hey, how you doing? Not late. Like just early. Yeah, some sort of liquid. Oh, we gotta run. He's not out yet. This is the icky part about the Oval departure, is just getting through the rest of the press. Oh, he doesn't even have the door open. We got a few minutes.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that.
There goes the luggage. This is just a day trip, though. I don't know why they didn't take so much luggage. DC Fire Engine 2 is inside here today. That's rare. Means the big, must be another one outside. We'll see it when we get moved around. He's out. Let's see if he comes to us. And the moment of truth. No, just giving us a wave. All right,
Secret Service guy blocked you also when he was coming at us?
no, that was good.
Because I totally like my way.
Looks like we got the Navy fire truck out on the ellipse today, backing up for the DC. Where is he? He's coming. There he is. I'm gonna back out. All right, in we go.
One for 10, 2 for 7.
Okay, time to get some lunch. Oh, it is nice. Okay, that's Marine One's departure. He's on his way to New York. He'll be back this evening. He didn't take any questions, as you saw. Let's go find some lunch and then go explore DC, yeah? It's a beautiful day. I think we could go for a bike ride even. Cleaning off the graffiti. Only took him about a month. Okay guys, so listen, we're gonna run across town at the homeless shelter downtown by the courthouse. We've got 4 unconscious patients, CPR in progress, medical task force has been sent. This could be a mass overdose situation. Let's go down and see what's going on. Looks like a man just got hit by a bus. Old man just got hit by a bus here. Refused help getting up. DC life. So I'm literally 6 blocks from the scene, but this could take 5 minutes to get across town. It's just that crazy sometimes. Red lights. I should be on a bike. Okay, well, it's 5 minutes later, and it looks like all the medic units have cleared. All but one. I guess they maybe Narcan these guys back into consciousness or something. Really strange. They switched to an encrypted channel, so we couldn't monitor them. We don't really know what's happened. We might get a report from the fire department later today if we ask their public affairs officer. Homeless shelter is just up there. It's that building right there. We'll drive by. Nope. Here comes the ambulance.
Person down.
Nobody in the stretcher.
Field Swanson, plus 1 respond. 4% down. Teachers Hotel, 33 normal.
All normal. Oh, there's the call for the guy who got hit by the bus. Okay guys, we are finally on a bike. It is 60 degrees out. It's a little chilly, but it's a lot nicer than being in a car. We're down on the National Mall, where we haven't been in a while. There is the National Gallery of Art. That's the classical art. Modern art's over there in the IMP building. Over on the left, though, they've made a lot more changes to the Air and Space Museum's entrance. One of the big complaints was there would always be lines outside and people would get wet in the rain, and then they'd track the rain inside, and that just caused a lot of problems. So they've built this new fancy, I don't know, wing-like entrance patio as part of the, what is it, $900 billion renovation of the Air and Space Museum. It's half done, the other half, actually I think it's a little more than half done. I think it's going to open soon. Oh, the big cranes are here. They were lowering in some art statues here a few months ago. Let's go check out what these cranes are doing. And it looks like they're doing a big renovation. It doesn't look like they're moving art. It looks like they're moving dirt or something. We've got a bit of tourists out here for February. Kind of random. Next month with spring break, we'll have a lot more tourists showing up. So schools go on spring break around the country. Let's go this way. Boy, they really dug that whole thing up, haven't they? Dude, take a look at this. This used to be the sculpture garden for the Hirshhorn Museum. And now, wow, they just said no mas, no more. And they have torn it to bits. So they are holding the trees up. That's kind of random. I guess those limbs a little too close to the edge. But big diggers digging a giant hole next to the fancy art museum, the Hirshhorn, which is that one right over there. Wow. I didn't know it was going to be this big of a renovation job. Let's go on the other side. Now, for those wondering where we are, we're just down halfway on the National Mall. There's the Capitol at that end. And the big stick, Washington Monument, is down at the other end. It feels really good to be on a bike. I've been in the car far too long, far too many months running here and there in a car. Now we're on a bike, we can actually see stuff. You see a lot more on the street than you do just chasing a radio scanner or editor's ideas. Let's go see what we can see. Now there's enough tourists for the bucket drummers to show up. Looking good on a beautiful day, he said. All right, let's make our way down past the American History Museum. This is a pretty cool museum. A little bit of everything in here, from trains to race cars to military stuff to Archie Bunker's chair, Alphonse's jacket. It's all here. Alrighty, let's swing down to the Lincoln Memorial. They've got a lot of renovations at the Lincoln Memorial underway. Let's go down there. Okay, guys, we're down under the Washington Monument. We're about to enter what I call the shadow of death. Yeah, if the Washington Monument was ever to fall over and you're in this shadow, you'd be crushed. So, and now we're safe. Where should we go next? Lincoln? Yeah, why not? We'll go over the reflecting pool. So I've been watching Masters of the Air lately, all about World War II and the 8th Air Force. Let's go up this side. We should have baby ducks pretty soon, yeah? I don't see any ducks right now, but within the next month, we should have a bunch of baby ducks out here. The water's not that high right now. It's still kind of reduced. Alrighty, let's get up there. Oh, they got some horses out at the police department stables. That's the Park Police stables over there. And they've got some of their mounted horses, mounted unit horses, just chilling out in the beautiful air. We'll go by over there and check out the horses. First, though, let's go to the Lincoln Memorial. Okay, so here's the Lincoln Memorial. It is under a major renovation. They're renovating underneath it. See, as tall as it is going up, it's also that deep going down. This land here is basically fill. This used to be the Potomac River, and then they backfilled it. So it needed some really strong pillars, and they go down very, very deep underneath the Lincoln Memorial. Now, they're building what's going to be called the Lincoln Memorial Museum, basically just a visitor center underneath the Lincoln Memorial, replacing the bathrooms and elevators and all the other stuff. That big monstrosity of metal over there, that is the ADA approved ramp for the handicap, because there's no elevator right now. So if you come and visit and you're in a wheelchair or a walker or something, you got to ride up that thing, which could be a little bit tricky, I think. It's pretty long. There's also the steps. They've already replaced some of the steps in the middle. That's why these steps over here are so dirty. And a lot of work going on underneath. Not sure the timeline for this. Could be probably a year or two, given how slow government works. Where should we go next? Let's go round and around. This is the U.S. Park Police forward operating base. Their main stables are down in Rock Creek, but when they're out here on patrol on the National Mall, they use this. This was given as a gift. A woman put in her will several $1 million to build this facility. Park Police Horse Stables and Education Center. And I think during the week, sometimes you can go inside, take a look at history of police horses. Look at these guys. Just vibing, as my kids would say. Hello, how are you? They're curious about the selfie stick. Not that curious. Okay, we're in the world of sky cranes here at the Federal Reserve. Well, soon to be the Federal Reserve. You see, this is actually the Department of Interior building that was bought by the Federal Reserve, and it's being renovated and will become part of the Fed's 3-building office complex downtown here in the next year or so. 2 maybe. There you can see an artist rendition of the 3 buildings. Let's see what we can see over the top. There we go. Pretty cool. Big hole. Now let's go down to the real Federal Reserve headquarters, which is just down here. It too is being renovated. Let's see if they're going to get hit by a truck. Well, that's it. Oh, there's big. It's like they're connecting the 2 buildings underground. Lots of construction. This project was started, I think honestly, they were talking about it in the Obama administration, and then during the Trump administration, it got sort of the green light to go ahead, and then they got the funding now to actually kick it into action. It took, I mean, it literally take like 10 years just to get this thing before they undone the first shovel of dirt. Part of it is because the building is so historic, and they have these rules about how much of the history they want to keep, whether they want to build new stuff. This area here is going to be covered with a giant glass atrium. It's going to look kind of cool. It's going to give them a lot more office space too. And they'll probably convert the old lobbies and entranceways into some offices. This building here is a Federal Reserve building and is still in use, this one, but most of them have moved down to K Street. They got a couple buildings down on K Street. That is the State Department, also known as Foggy Bottom. And it's a huge complex. I've never been in there, though I've had several friends that work there, just never got around to visiting them. It's pretty much the only way you can get into these buildings is know somebody who works there and visit them. Now, across the street here is 20th and E, 21st and E. This is the largest homeless camp downtown now. After they closed McPherson Square about a year ago, it was. All those people moved down here, and they haven't gotten around to clearing them out, but they're talking about it. I think yesterday there was a big incident here. Lots of police present in the camp. It's pretty big. It's spread over to that side of the road as well. This is the tricky bit. I think this is federal property, not DC property. Jurisdictional issues get to be kind of crazy all the time. what legal authority, what organization can clear out parks. It can be kind of crazy. Everybody likes to double park. Okay. And that's a green arrow we're not going to make. We'll get run over. Lots of cops out here today. Okay, let's swing through the barricades. That was easier. So much easier than riding on the sidewalk and getting hit. All right, this is Pennsylvania Avenue in front of the White House, where we were earlier. Now, I have credentials. I can go in again if I wanted to, but there's nothing going on until like 8 o'clock at night when he gets back, and I think I'll pass. I think I'll just go home and make something for my kids. Pretty quiet. Oh, the truth conductor is playing some reggae. Don't seem to be any protesters. You know, just besides the normal level of protesters. It's kind of a heavy police presence today. I think they're a little scared about what happened yesterday, down at the Israeli embassy. And I think they're kind of on a heightened alert for copycats, perhaps. All right. There's the Treasury building. That's on the back of your $10 bill. Flip your $10 bill over, you see it. This building over here is known as the Treasury Annex, and there's a tunnel that goes under the road here, connecting this building with the annex, and then the President's Escape Alley, which is just back there. Oh, the Jimi Hendrix dude is here. Thinks he's Hendrix. Oh. You know, we haven't had a hot dog in months. Okay, let's cut back over to the mall, yeah? All right, back in the bike path. On my right is the old Trump Hotel. It's the old post office, which was the Trump Hotel and is now the Waldorf Astoria Hotel. You can still go up in the tower, though. It's open to the public and free of charge. Second best view of the city. Actually, some people would argue it's the best view because you have big open air, whereas the Washington Monuments has these tiny, dirty windows. And we have to stop because it's a red light, kind of. Okay, we stopped enough. So on my right is the IRS building, Internal Revenue Service. What we got? We got another 6 weeks before we have to finish up our taxes? Yeah, I'll get around to it. There's the Department of Justice. On our left is the FBI headquarters. For now, they're going to move out to Maryland, I believe. Where's it, Virginia? I've already forgotten. And over here is Department of Justice. And over there is the archives. Yeah, they're going to Maryland. Everybody thought they were going to go to Virginia, but I think they ended up going to go to Maryland. Right on the end of a subway line. It's the National Archives on the right. It's where the Constitution and Declaration of Independence are out for your viewing, but you can't go in there with a camera. It's kind of annoying. Wait a tick. I think I parked my car over here. All right, let's go down here. No, I parked it another block down. Oh well. Alrighty, let's get some lunch. Sandwich. Okay guys, so it's about 5 o'clock now. We've just got a report from the Israeli embassy. There is some sort of protest memorial service going on for the guy. He did pass away from his injuries. That was announced today. We actually got word from sources yesterday, honestly within like an hour, that he had passed away. So up there on my right, that is the Israeli embassy. You can see the police have already blocked off International Drive. That's the road where the front door of the embassy is. This is the back area. Secret Service is out here in pretty big numbers today. Let's get around. Oh boy, they're everywhere. Let's go find a place to park.
From Thich Quang Duc in protest in Vietnam to Mohamed Bouazizi sparking the Arab Spring in Tunis. This is the ultimate form of protest. For months, our people have been experiencing absolute horrors at the hands of the Zionist entity. The Zionist entity whose premier outpost in front of us was labeled yesterday with only an ounce of the true horror of its foundation and legacy.
Fall on my Palestinian siblings. This burden should fall on the allies, which we want them to be accomplices. Aaron Bushnell was an accomplice, and we need more accomplices. Of the U.S. Abolish the settler colony of the U.S. Abolish the settler colony of Israel. Abolish the settler colony of Israel. Abolish the settler colony of Israel.
Okay, guys, that is Washington, D.C. on a Monday. Tomorrow, we have the leadership of the Congress. Speaker Johnson is heading to the White House. They're going to have a little chat. I will be there to show you what goes on, and we'll show you everything else we can find in the D.C. area. Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon.